Hey everybody, this is week 37. I gotta be a little quiet because it's a little later as I'm doing a voiceover. So, starting the video off on Tuesday, September 24th. On Sunday, I was a little sick. I got over it on Monday. I had, actually it was like Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I was sick. Monday I had in-service at work, so didn't do a lot that day. But actually had my brother in town. We celebrated my niece's first birthday this evening on Tuesday. But me and my brother got to throw together, always good. And so threw some short chain, heavyweight, actually threw the 56 and the 49. I did not film the little wob I did before this, but all in all, decent from what I remember. I was a little more motivated with my brothers around, so that's kind of good. Once again, there's getting off balance. I'm getting frustrated with that, but 49's moving really good, especially short chain. So hopefully, maybe if I do that just a little bit more, and then it started to fall apart. I don't know. This practice was going good with the weights, and then I went to hook grip with a lightweight, and timing was off on the day. A couple of these look all right. Finish has been a little wonky. Just not lining up. I think what's happening is I think I'm getting too ahead of the weight. I think the lightweight's okay to drag behind a little bit, but I'm getting lost being a little too ahead of the weight. I don't know. Just keep throwing more. But all in all, not a bad day. I did not film the speed deadlifts I did. That was a bad one. I think I ended on one more after that. That was kind of similar, but did my speed deadlifts on the day and didn't do that. Kind of got out of the gym. And yeah, we'll move on to the next day. Is Wednesday the 25th. Pretty big training session. So started with like some ab wheel and Jefferson curls, and then did some squat jumps. Something I hadn't done. I think it was like 95 pounds. I don't think I worked up any heavier. Just trying to change direction and be fast and explosive. We've been working these high box squats. I think I did 3 triples at 365, if I'm correct. Measuring bar speed, and if this was week 1, it didn't move as well as I thought it would, and I think that's why I stayed at 365. I thought it might move a little bit better, but I just hadn't been doing them. And the idea with the high box is just trying to move load explosively. And a lot of throwers do tend to stay in that like quarter squat range. So just trying to be strong and explosive in the range of motion we spend a lot of time in. Now, part of the reason for throwing squats back in is I feel my legs are weak. So here we are at 225, elevated heels in weightlift shoes. Now, I didn't like how this felt. Felt a lot of pressure in my knees, honestly. I think it was just jumping too much elevation. And I'm doing these beltless on this set, and I'm just literally pushing. This is me pushing as deep as I humanly can go. Now, I threw the belt on to add a little bit more load because it just felt too light. But still felt wonky with the heels elevated here in the weightlifting shoes. And this is literally pushing as deep. When I get to the bottom, I think about pushing into my knees deep, trying to get as much knee flexion, trying to get as long a push with my legs to try to get stronger as quick as possible for the end of this throwing season. And then I took the plates away under the heels, and this felt like amazingly better. I just felt right here. So feel like I pushed my bottom end, felt much stronger. As you can see, like bar weight's moving better. And it looks plenty deep in terms of like trying to get range of motion. I don't care about like depth from a competitive standpoint. But I think I hit some step-ups after that and whatnot. But then went out and hit my shot put drills. Tons of drill work. Now you can see this was the beginning of a hurricane. The hurricane coming through, actually, I think. So I'm throwing under the kind of pavilion there. I was going to try to throw earlier in the day, ended up lifting first. And then, yeah, not a good look because I couldn't throw. So just hitting some drills where it's dry. Going to this towel or strap drill, trying to work on separation, trying to rotate as much as I can, feel tension between the lower and upper body. Lots and lots of drills. Tried some different things. Now here is incorporating kind of 1-2 drills. Go back and same thing, just without a strap. And then I try to incorporate that left arm a little bit more in these, trying to do it without a strap. So turning 1, and then you'll see 2, throw that left arm, and it still needs work, right? And I left this long form. So I think I left all these sets in long form, which is going to get kind of boring. Apologize, but this is what kind of a session looks like. I kind of will do like triples sometimes if I don't have to search, if I don't have to chase a throw down, chase the shot put down. You see myself working, like really trying to feel that separation, because I want to be better than I am, as simple as that is. Still got a lot of learning to do, and really trying to feel that separation. So, and then I have to try to keep that little plug. That's what I keep slamming the ball on the ground. I tried siliconing the little plug in, and the silicone's not holding. Now I did the same thing with the 25-pound slam ball. I feel like in the past doing these slam ball throws really helped my brain more. This year I feel like it has not helped me as much, so I'm debating on either A, doing more of them, but B, getting 2 more. So this is a 25. I might get a 20 and a 30 as well to work that gamut of like heavier but lighter. I wish they were smaller where I could tuck it. It's too squishy to really tuck, and obviously it's really big. It's the size of a bowling ball. But I think it was like 3 sets of 3 on the strap drill, 3 sets of 3 without it, 3 sets of 3 here with the slam ball, and lots of shot put drills on the day. And then we get into something that I can't remember when and where I picked it up. Obviously just perusing the internet, of this like wall drill for shot put, trying to turn. And if you're up against the wall, and so you can see I kind of have a hand there like I'm holding a shot put. One, I don't want to slam my elbow against a wall, so I'm being a little cautious. But now I'm trying to think of like from a shot put standpoint of getting around and my knees staying tighter and that left foot gets down a little quicker. That's what I use this drill for, is trying to train that speed of rotation, getting the hips around. And then you'll see as I start kind of, after like 2 sets of this, I think I start moving it towards like trying to do weight for distance. Because I have the same problem, is my knees get really wide, my feet get really wide apart. My left doesn't get down fast enough, and therefore like I lose separation in the throw and I can't finish it as good as I'd like. So I do start drifting a little bit away from the wall on these, and I kind of was trying to correct myself and staying closer to the wall. But once again, you don't want to like, here's where I shift towards weight for distance. Kind of just keep my arm tucked in there because I can't really push it out. But I'm using kind of the corner of that wall. And here I'm thinking, if you see like the footwork looks more like a weight for distance than a shot put here. My feet are started like in that one turn position, driving straight ahead, but trying to rotate on the right foot, which I'm very, very bad at. I've got feedback on the last video I posted. Somebody said, hey, try to keep it turning. This is where I struggle. So just trying these drills, easy to incorporate over and over again. This is something you can do inside, something you can do against any wall, anywhere. And see here, you see my using that right hand, thinking weight for distance on these. So the drill kind of will carry over between both. So here, turn the hips like I'm pushing around in the back, then trying to get around to the front. Yeah, that's where this is kind of coming from. And then the next day ends up being, so this is Wednesday, Thursday ends up being just a bunch of upper body stuff. I don't think there's any footage of it. So Danny, if you watch this, this should look familiar. He got it from my Team Biscochito teammate, Christine Rothwell, and that is just these swings back and forth, trying to feel your balance. I think I do only 1 set of those. Yep, and then I do some just cast and drops here. And I use that pillar behind me to kind of throw the bag into, so I don't have to go chase it forever. But one thing I actually liked and felt in this bag, and I think it's actually helped me now, is when I'm doing that cast, when I cast that bag out to my right side, the handle kind of stretches. So it allows, and I think this is only loaded to like 35 or 40 pounds. I bought it off the internet off somebody. It was like brand new. I was like, what a steal. And I haven't changed the load on it, but I can feel that handle stretch right here on that right side, kind of out on the right side. And it allows me to think about being long, and I think it's definitely carried over to help in my weights for distance, to what to feel in my actual throws with the weights. Trying to feel that same stretch out the right side on my cast. So kind of dumb, couldn't believe that it happened on this video or on this training session. I was like, man, I like how this feels. So I'm probably going to try to incorporate those a little bit more in the future, just if it's, once again, inclement weather and we can get something in, because you got to do what you can with what you got sometimes. So the next day, end up getting a good deadlift and safety squat bar workout in, and I was supposed to head to a wedding in the mountains, but the hurricane prevented us. So the very last day of the week, Saturday, I did some hammer winds at the house, some med ball tosses, and some sheaf throw. But here it was a heavy deadlift, worked up to straight weight, I think to 530, if I believe, in kilos, 240 kilos. First time I've pulled conventional heavy in a long time. So pretty happy with it. So that's going to end the video here. Appreciate you guys tuning in this week with lots of videos, and I hope you enjoyed them. Take care, y'all.